So, we're going to discuss the last year of business. Big thank yous. I think it's important to inform, educate, and entertain. Thank everybody on the Instagram for dang sure who's latching on to the Blendery and its ways. Tim asked me a great question. We left KBF, and I asked it ironically to my guys a lot of times. What were some of your takeaways? So, what were some of your takeaways from 2024?
I always like to give a little prep into that because he never gives me any warning when it comes here.
It's just shoot and just shoot and good luck.
Yeah, I think some of the biggest takeaways are that we're making a difference in the community. I think we raised somewhere around $200,000 last year for different foundations and just really cool stuff. The whiskey community is really rallying around our business model because people really want something unique and rare and that has a story behind it. And I mean, that's where I was a few years ago, me personally. Like I had a ton of bottles. I didn't need another bottle unless it was something special. Then I'm like, I need that one. So yeah, I think that's coming to it. I think, we brought on so many like good people that, I thought it would just be me and Andy here, but now we got 7 people working here. So
I thought it was just going to be him and Andy too for a long time.
Yeah. So now, like a day like today, we got too many people here. So
that's a beautiful thing, though. Right?
Yeah. So we'll stay busy. So even Richard's working on the next bottle of the month. So the success of all of our programs has been a huge takeaway for bottle of the month, the memberships, like all that stuff. It seems like it took so long for the first couple of years for us to get full up on those things. Now it's like, man, there's
too many. It's a waiting list on the waiting list.
Yeah, we don't have capacity from a size standpoint to take care of the demand that we have. So things are going to be ultra limited this year. We're going to have stuff come out and then it's gone. Come out, then it's gone. So
hence, if you thought about this is where you invite them into the future Patreon, because now you go, hey.
Yeah, we need to work on that.
Yeah, I keep every time I'm like, hey, my man, my man. But for those people who have been on the waiting list, you want the Whiskey Blender experience. You've considered and would like, hey, I'll buy a membership right now. And he's like, sorry, you can't.
We're already full up on memberships for 2025. So.
And the membership limit's 100, right?
No, 50. Yeah, I got 1,200 square feet, man. That's all I got. I want to keep the guest experience where it has been, and I think if we open the floodgates, then service and quality and everything goes down. So I want to keep the focus, keep the main thing.
Exactly. And what's been one of the things that has kept you? I don't want to say focused, but let me try to address this in the right way. In this case, Tim's a master of operational excellence, and I think the question is, what?
It's very generous.
It's the truth. It is the truth. Efficiency is his thing. Trust me, just like me, I love making sure stuff gets done and done in the right way. Quality, to be clear. But what's one of the things that you learned most about your business in the past year that changed? You walk in and you worked at it for 2 solid years, and probably before that, but like the last 2 years of working, just in this last 6 months, I feel like so much has changed in a good way.
Yeah. I don't know that I learned this because I believed in it.
Yeah.
But I got to see it start to pay off. So, last year was big for that because it was like, hey man, first few years are pretty tough, and they were tough. And then it's like, man, when I'm able to find good barrels, I wanna be able to buy them. But then it's like, I don't want to borrow money, and it's like, hey, let's keep going on a small scale. But now because we're doing good, we're slowly able to ramp things up. So when I foresee a lot more trips this year, scouting out new barrels, new distilleries, new things, to where like it's almost like a treasure hunt, like when you're a kid, like a map and treasure hunt. So I think I'll fly into different places, try their barrels. Some will say no to, others will say yes to, but I think it'll be really cool. And then we always have our back stock of MGP that I can bring in, and then we'll just keep searching for that other stuff. But yeah, we had a barrel pick on Saturday that, man, they picked a phenomenal barrel. And then we got another one coming in on Thursday that it's like, I mean, we've got really good, like 8-9 year MGP, and you know, you almost forget about it with some of the exotic barrels and the 15-16 year stuff that came in. But yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting year. I mean, just yesterday I came in, what was it yesterday? 2 days ago I came in, and so this is a medium toast barrel. So the Kelvin barrels that we had custom made by Kelvin Cooperage, we put our honey wheat whiskey, so the whiskey that was finished in the Weller Foolproof barrel, that had that really nice like peach honey.
Oh, okay.
The really good honey that we took out. And then we put it in stainless, and then it needed something else. So we're thinking doing a toasted honey wheat. So we filled this baby up, and so yeah, we're doing a lot more experiments, not only with wood, like different wood from a char and toast standpoint, different cooperage, you know, that kind of stuff, but also from like an exotic, like, hey, what's the story of this wood? And then the whiskey has a story, and then, you know, even the wood can't be replicated
duplicated,
again.
none of that.
Yeah, so we're going to go down several different rabbit holes this year that I think that they're going to be really cool.
They're going to pay off for dang sure. Now, if you don't mind, walk them through last thing to close this one out, because guys, it's been a hell of a year, and I've just been here a few months, but I can tell you how much I've learned, how much I've seen in terms of growth is, I mean, crazy, man. But again, this is your expectation, and it was mine too. I was like, man, I think
eventually, but I didn't think we would be that busy in Q4 out of here that we were. So that's awesome. And so now, like, even January, we've got several barrel picks on the books that are.
So I see the calendar. And the calendar's like another barrel. I'm like, godly.
Yep.
4 or 5 barrel picks a month almost, man, if not more.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, those are cool because I like finding, and I even like doing the fill your own bottle experiences, because then that gives me an opportunity to taste through some of these barrels that we haven't revisited in a while, and then we stumble upon like really good ones like we did last week, and we got some awesome ones in the lineup for Thursday. So,
and those were the ones you found last week for that barrel pick on Saturday. Those are all MGP.
Yeah. Yep.
You forget how much magic is in these barrels until you have to go back and start digging around. What's something you want?
We'll probably open up that barrel. I think that's an 18-year light whiskey. We got a group coming in to do a blend.
When are you opening it up? Today?
Either today or tomorrow we'll open it up. But I think that'll be really cool. Oh, you want to try it? That one's like crazy high proof.
There you go. That hazmat. I'm trying to taste that hazmat.
Like over 160. Yeah. It's more than hazmat.
That's when you start seeing just the stars when you drink that guy. It's like a cartoon. That'd be funny, man.
Yeah, so I think we'll make some really cool blends. Even the one Richard's working on right now.
You can't really. How do you proof 160?
So that'll be a small portion of the blend. So it'll probably take the blend up to in the 130, 140 range. But if it tastes good, you know, we always start on a small scale and then play with it until we find something. But we've got a few older barrels of the light whiskey in the 16 to 18, might even be 19-year-old now, because we got rid of our 25-year and the 20-year. Those are gone, so that's the next oldest now. But it's fun. It's fun playing around with the barrels.
Now, what do you want them to leave with as they come in and out of the Blendery? I know the Blendery itself, we talk about the barrels, we've talked about Tim, we got a lot more you're going to learn about Tim, but the key here is leaving with an impression. You know, everybody I see come and go, like, they're excited to be here, and we know if you come, you leave with whiskey. That's for dang sure. But what's something you want everybody who's considering picking a barrel, just coming through here to know about the Blendery?
Yeah, that there's more options than you think there are available, like almost endless number of options. So to not settle for something that you're not super excited about, and then whatever, and be open-minded too. Like we even had a conference call this morning with a group that wanted to come in, and they're like, yeah, I think we want to be like around the 120 proof range and things like that. And it's like, yeah, just keep an open mind that the best whiskey and the wow factor might not be in the parameters that you think coming in,
yeah.
Because I've had countless blends that we go into that I'm like, man, I'm really looking for this, or if I can find something like this, that's what I want. And then we end up stumbling upon something totally different that it's like, well, this is even better, but I had no clue like this was even possible to create something like this. So
I like that, man. You just gave me a new idea. Have you ever watched the show Chopped?
the
Cooking
like a
show.
food show.
Yeah. I like the idea of challenging those people who may have, we'll just say an identity crisis, and I'm not saying those to those people, but you go, hey, I need 120, 130, or 115, or I'm not drinking. You go, well, let's see if you can create it then. Let's put your ideas to the test, and we'll give you some whiskey, and if you like it, it might be 108, it might be 105. So when you get this basket, these are your variables, right? Mm-hmm. And you might only cook fish or sea, whatever the case may be. Okay. And then you get, I call it a whiskey hack. So think of it like having a hackathon for whiskey.
So they have a blank canvas of
blank everything. You got 3 teams, and you've got 30 minutes. Because in Chopped, on the first one, you only get 20 minutes to find a blend in 30 minutes, and the best blend wins. And then potentially, you let people try it, bottle it, and maybe you get a discount, maybe you don't. But at least you got to be a part of the hackathon when it comes to whiskey. Just food for thought.
We've had several people say like, hey, when I come in to do my blend, if it's really good, do you want to like scale it up and like sell it out of the gift shop? And I said, I mean, if it's that good, yes, but it has to be of a certain quality before we'll even ask you to do that. So now they're excited to like try to make something really good.
That's my
to
point.
Where I would sign off on it, where we would sell their blend that they created.
Imagine you, Andy, and even Richard. Like, that's perfect. You, Andy, and Richard sitting behind the bar trying these people blends in like a TV series type thing. Of course, we could shoot it. And these people are like blending like they got 30 minutes, man. And you get to be your best self. Now, Tim's good at edifying, but he really like, this stuff's disgusting. He'll tell the truth, so that would be fun. We got those people who think they are whiskey warriors and can make the best whiskey on earth, prove it.
Yeah, but that's the other cool thing about this place. The best whiskey for them might be the best whiskey for them. Like, it has nothing to do with me. So if they're happy with it and it's the best thing they've ever had,
but
that's more power to them.
You sell out of the shop, though, see? If it has to be the best whiskey for you, because just like the chefs, all of the chefs cook very different foods.
That's true.
And what are they looking for? In your case, you want a good finish, you want a good nose. There's some things you look for.
Yeah.
So same thing with those chefs. One cooks Ethiopian, one cooks Indian. All of them judge.
Yep.
And well, it didn't have a sweet, savory, or a spice component.
Yeah.
There was no texture in it. Mm-hmm. You know what to look for in whiskey, man.
Yeah.
It could be done, and we might just try to do it. I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun to almost offer like a prize or a blending membership to all the groups that come in. We save like one.
He's giving away too much now, but we giving no. The whole thing in this case is like Michael Simon. He's a crazy good chef. He's like 15 Iron Chef champions. Like nobody can beat him. He smoked everybody. In this case, if you can approve it and it does get bottled, people then have to come try a bottle that you approved, because this is your house, and we know what the standard is. So even you seeing, like, oh man, too sharp here. We put honey in. It needs to be sweeter. We got to bring it down, which means I got to enhance it. Everything you think about when you're, putting your name or brand on something is huge. So I even think your approval would be enough, especially if you're willing to sell. And then people are like, well, I got to come try this. And now I want to sign up and see if I could get some.
Yep.
Just, we're in the moment. Yep. But I think that if we take it there, who knows? So, guys, we had a beautiful last year, especially ending to a great year. And even more importantly, things are starting off right in the new year. So all hail 2025. Stay tuned. As always, keep it whiskey.